What's up, traders? So let's do a complete multi-time frame analysis of CAD pairs, including GBPCAD, AUDCAD, NZDCAD, and EURCAD. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have in all these instruments. Now, what you see on the screen, this is the 4 hour or intraday time frame, and we see a significant trading opportunity in all this instrument in this time frame. Now, before we look at what this trading opportunity, let's do a complete multi-time frame analysis all of them, and then we'll look at this time frame to see how we can trade. Now, starting with GBP CAD, first of all, let's look at the bigger picture. Why? Because picture, that means the monthly, weekly, and daily will give you a clear direction in the market, removing all the noise from the lower time frame. Now, GBP CAD, if you look at this picture, this is the monthly candlestick pattern. We see that there is a drastic drop every month. The price was dropping, creating series of lower high and lower low. There is a strong drop in this time frame. Now, what we see that currently the price is just at the bottom of the monthly support. Now, as you see that this is a very strong price action downward move, and we can expect further drop as the lower time frame price action is looking still bearish. Now, looking at the weekly time frame to see how the price action has formed, now you can see that the past week we have seen a very strong bearish engulfer is formed in GBP CAD. Now with that bearish engulfer, we can expect now GBP CAD to continue to drop to the downside. Now looking at the daily time frame, what kind of price action we saw? Now daily time frame, we can see a middleman. Now this is the middleman that I call that this kind of candlestick. Now with that middleman, this is a very strongly bearish price action. If you see that there is a important level of support tested as a resistance with this daily time frame, you can see that there is a daily movement, a strong red movement. Only one candle in this red, that is green, has not been in this movement, and that created a level of support here which tested with this red candle as a resistance and created this bearish engulfer, which is the role of a middleman. Now from that place we see that now GBP CAD is rejecting to the downside. Now what we can expect from here, GBP CADs to continue to drop, as today there is an important news release on CAD, and we might see a bigger drop in this instrument. Now looking at the 4 hour time frame, what we see that GBP CAD is creating an important price action pattern. You can see that this level of support on the 4 hour time frame on GBP CAD, if you look at this, what you can see that this instrument broke this level of support on the intraday or 4 hour time frame. There is a support here, there is a support here that has been broken with this red candle, followed by a retest couple of candle with this all this 4 hour candle. We saw that this support has been tested and created a series of lower high, except this current candle that is now we see that little bit of drop at this point created a fake out to the upside, tested this 20 period moving average, now closing as a bearish engulfer. Now you can see that it is going to close after 1 hour at the time from this recording. On the close we could find a significant trading opportunity. If it satisfies all the rules of our strategies, then we'll consider going short to the downside with our students with high risk to reward ratio in GBP CAD. Now, looking at AUDCAD in the similar way, we can see that if you look at a quickly bigger picture, the same way monthly, the price just now on the monthly time frame on AUDCAD, this is the monthly resistance. As you see, there are back to back two monthly uh, closing and opening there. Now we see that on this resistance, if you look at weekly, uh, just this, you see there is a long doji here on the weekly. This support now does tested as a resistance with this weekly candle, and we can expect drop as the past week is still bearish. Now looking at the daily, we saw that the past day there is a pin bar. It's not a textbook pin bar, but this a strong bearish candle. Now the price just tested the top of the daily candle. Looking at the intraday or 4 hour, we see that now AUDCAD has created a triple top in this monthly resistance, which is a high probability trade setup. As you can see that this is a very strong resistance, and we see a double top or a triple top, and we can expect after the closing of this candle, if the resistance remain intact, then we will apply our strategy from this zone to the downside for this trade with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Now, similar way, as you know that AUD and NZD looks similar, you can see the same way there is a double top formation or a triple top with a lower high on the right side, creating a bearish price action, and we can expect this one to drop to the downside. As we will trade only one cat pair at a time, we will consider the best one to trade to the downside with our students with a high risk to reward ratio. Now, looking at the EURCAD, you can see that let's quickly look at the bigger picture monthly time frame, and you can see that EURCAD has broken a very significant monthly support. You can see back to back 3 monthly support created this very strong level of support. This month we saw that this support has been broken, and with that support broke, if you look at the weekly, we saw that the past week this bearish candle, this week this support has been broken, very significant level of support. Looking at the daily, with this daily candle, you saw there is a middleman in this zone, and that candle has been that candle basically break out of this previous support here, support here, support here, and we saw that the next day we saw a resistance test as a resistance on the daily on the lower time frame, and we have seen a significant rejection. Now you can see that now today the price broke this long week of this daily zone on the lower time frame, and we see another rejection, meaning that we could see further drop on EURCAD. Looking at the intraday, we have seen a deceleration on the 4 hour time frame, except this current candle basically created a false breakout to the upside, now creating a bearish engulfer. So if it close as a bearish engulfer and satisfy all the rules of our strategy, then we will consider going short on this from this zone with a high risk to reward ratio to take this move to the downside with our students. Now, if you find value in this analysis, then smash the like button, and also don't forget to drop a comment below to help this idea. Thank you for watching. See you soon in my next analysis.